welcome to Johnson's Journeys, and today sees the return of the International Series. As I announced in the last episode of the Club Bruges part of the series, we're now the Belgium manager. We've recently accepted the job. We didn't apply for it or anything, it was just offered to us. So I thought, you know what, we'll take it. And pretty much straight away we've got a game against Spain in the European International League Division A Group 2, and then we've got a friendly against England as well. So firstly, what I'll do, because you may not know about it because it's not actually a thing that's started in real life yet, but the European International League, basically, this is Division A. There are, I don't know how many divisions. I think there's 4, maybe? Or, yeah, 4 divisions with a number of groups in them. In our division, there's 4 groups of 3 teams in each group. The top, however many it is, 12 seeds, or in the rankings, one of them, get put into these groups. So obviously in Group 4, Croatia, France and Russia, Denmark, Portugal, Holland, Spain, Switzerland and Belgium, Italy, Germany and England. The teams that finish top after the round of games, so you play each team twice, they then go through to like a semi-final and final sort of setup. The teams that get relegated, I believe, drop down to Division B. I think that's how it works. Already been relegated, beaten twice by Switzerland and once by Spain so far, and currently England, Holland and Russia hold the other places. In Division B, you've got the next set of teams in the rankings, so teams like Austria, Sweden, Scotland, Poland, Ukraine, and then I think the top teams in these get promoted in our place, if that makes sense. And basically the point of it is to replace friendlies. It also helps with qualifying for the European Championships, and obviously helps your rankings out for World Cup as well. It is a thing that is going to happen in real life, I'm pretty sure. And I think it just cycles every year. So in season, Belgium finished bottom of Group 1. Then in 2020, 2021, where are they? Oh, there they go. We won Group 1 in Division B. Has it missed a year out then? 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21. Oh no, it's every 2 years then. My apologies. Every 2 years, yeah. So, yeah. So that's a little bit about that. So obviously today we play Spain in said group. But it's basically, well, it's important for Spain, but not important for us. So it's just going to be a case of getting to know the players in the squad. Obviously, I've had to select a squad, and my first one looks like this. Some names that you will recognise. I've gone for this formation, and these set of players will start today. So in goal, Thibaut Courtois, easily the best player in the squad. The goalkeeper still at Chelsea, I believe, and will be about 30-ish, if I remember rightly. Excellent stats, over 100 caps for Belgium already. Across the back 4, we've got Thomas Meunier, the right back who starts the game at PSG, and now winds up at Palermo. Again, another good player, experienced fullback, a lot of caps for the national side. At left back, we've got Lukaku, not Romelu. He's up front where he should be. This is his brother Jordan. I think he starts at Lazio. He had a good European Championships last summer in real life. but is now at Watford, over 50 caps for Belgium. The centre halves, Jason Denayer, obviously the Man City centre half, although he was on loan at Sunderland in the season that's just finished, is now at Watford in game and has a few caps. And alongside him, a player that we're familiar with, Dries Wouters, the Club Brugge centre-back, starts the game as a youngster at Genk, and obviously we've brought him to Bruges. Not that many caps for Belgium yet, but I intend to make him a key part of the national side under my management. In the defensive midfielder role is Leander Dendoncker, one of them. Starts at Anderlecht and currently finds himself at Roma. 27-year-old, has about 30 caps for the national side. The kids of the game and has been for the past few years. Yuri Tielemans is currently at Southampton in game after a spell at Real Madrid. 25 years old and has around 40 caps. Hoping to make him a key player. Next to him is Fabian Woutens, who I believe is a regen. One of only two in the starting 11. He'll be playing sort of box to box role. Yes, he is a regen. He's 21 years old. Currently on loan at Wolfsburg from Arsenal. Has 7 caps already for the team and has some really nice stats for such a young player. So he slots in there. On the right is Yannick Carrasco, starts the game at Monaco, or is he Atletico Madrid now? Something like that. He's now at Bayern Munich, a world-class player, some great stats. 29-year-old with over 50 caps. The other regen player is Len Bosmans, another player that's on Arsenal's books but out on loan. Only has 2 caps for the national team so far, but I'm willing to chuck him in today. See what he can do. And obviously, as previously mentioned, Romelu Lukaku leads the line. Still only 29, has over 100 caps, about 40 goals. Surprisingly, still at Everton in game. Now has over 300 appearances, 150 goals, roughly sort of a goal every other game for them. So yeah, he is excellent, basically. And the rest of the squad, just running through some names that you might recognise. Mils Vilar starts out as a very young keeper at Anderlecht, touted as the next Courtois. Is now at Schalke in game and is yet to have a Belgian cap, but he's in my squad. I believe Bjorn Engels is a real player. I think he actually starts at Club Brugge, but wasn't there once we'd got to him in game. He's now at Burnley. Experience at the back. Senna Miangu, a left back, plies his trade in Italy. Again, yet to be capped for the national team, but some good backup at left back. Charlie Masonda is there as an attacking option. Is now broken into the Chelsea team and is a regular fixture. 26 years old, around 30 caps. Looks like a very good player. Impact off the bench. We've got Thorgan Hazard, the younger brother of Eden, currently at Montpellier after a few good years with Mönchengladbach. Only has 4 caps for the national side though. Don't expect to see too much of him, although he is a good option if needs be. Zakaria Bakali, another wide option. Believe he was at PSV, now ends up at West Brom. Again, really good stats. 26, so not too bad. Should be in about his prime. Has 4 caps for the national side. Divock Origi is there. He's at AC Milan now. 27-year-old with 55 caps. Can play out wide or up front. A vital bit of versatility to bring to the team. And obviously, Club Bruges' number 1, Yari Debusa, gets his first call up. Well, could be his first call up, I don't know. But doesn't have any caps yet anyway. Having a decent season, so comes in as third choice keeper. A few other players knocking around there are going to be regens, some hotly rated prospects, and players that I think can do a job. So we're gonna just play standard flexible, no instructions. As I said, this game against Spain is pointless. Well, not pointless, meaningless for us. So I'm not going to try and go straight in with some instructions and tactics and stuff. We've got plenty of time to work on that. I think after the England game, there won't be another game until like March. So I'll probably work on a proper tactic and stuff like that in that time. So there's the Spain team. Quite a lot of players that I recognise. I think all of them are real players actually. I'm not sure about this guy on the left. De Gea's there, Ballerin, Vallejo, Grimaldo, Saul, Koke, Munir, Kebelos, Alcácer. Isco's there on the bench, Bernat, Sergi Roberto. You can see why they've won this group, can't you really? Well, actually, I don't know if they have yet, but all but, put it that way. It's going to be difficult for us today. But yeah, just hope for a good performance. Just see what these players can offer on a big stage. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting challenge. Obviously, Belgium, long touted as sort of the next big thing out of Europe. In my lifetime, definitely more recently anyway, sort of 2012 onwards, it's been said that they're in their sort of golden generation. So your players like Courtois, Hazard, Lukaku, Benteke, Dries Mertens, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, some really, really good players, but they've never quite lived up to the hype on the international stage. Had a couple of decent tournaments. The last World Cup, not World Cup, European Championships, I think they got to the semi-finals or quarter-finals. I can't remember. But yeah, but obviously now those said players are getting on a little bit. Obviously, like I say, Lukaku, Courtois around the sort of 30 mark. Alderweireld, for one, I know has retired from international football. Vertonghen is no longer a player. I don't know about Hazard actually. He may well have retired as well. Obviously, we've still got Origi knocking around as well. But so the aim is, I guess, to try and create a new batch of superstars and try and push Belgium on to compete on the international stage. And yeah, some good players obviously. Tillemans for one. This Woytens and Bosmans, they look like they're going to develop into good players. So try and nurture them and maybe not so much build a team around them, but definitely have them involved with the international side here on in. And yeah, being Club Brugge manager, I've obviously got a lot of experience of the Belgium leagues. Keep an eye on them. Obviously, any players that come through at Bruges, we can fast track into the system because we know what they're about. Saying that, I don't have many Belgian players at Bruges. Notoriously struggled with registration rules in the past. So I think we're going to have to make a couple of changes because not a lot is happening. Let's get Musonda on for Bosmans, I think. Where does Dean Donker play? think we're going to do that, and that. We're going to have, yeah, that'll do. Another player coming on there, Skrive Lukunku, is in the Anderlecht first team at 21 and looks like a really talented player already. Coming on for only his third full cap. Yeah, Tielemans had a quiet game, and the youngster Bosmans hasn't really done a lot, so they can come off. Lukaku is being very quiet, so we're going to get Origi on for the last sort of 10 minutes, 20 minutes. See what he's about. And yeah, 2-0 away at Spain isn't too bad. The worrying thing is that the lack of shots. I know we're playing against a top side, but you know, with the players we've got at our disposal, I would have expected. Oh, here we go. A few more shots. Ah, there's one. Makes it 2-1. Jason Denayer. Great little flick on from Origi, and Denayer comes charging in at the back post and slams his header past De Gea. With 7 minutes to go, I'm going to attack him. Can we salvage a draw? That's the question. Origi now on the ball, using his pace. Wootens gets it, but Vallejo gets in there. And Oyarazabajalal. Oh, it's a great ball from Musonda. Origi's through. Oh, Origi, what are you doing? What a ball through that was from Musonda. But Origi couldn't capitalise. And it looks like that was going to be the chance. Although, oh no, that's going to be game. Origi loses out. Lukaku to Musonda, and that's full time. Looks a little bit better, that scoreline. Played very well. Positive-ish signs there. Not bad at all. So that's the European League dealt with. We probably won't see that again for 18 months, maybe a year, something like that. As I say, I wasn't really 100% sure how it actually does work, but anywho, we've got England in a friendly, so I'll be back for that shortly. Back for the friendly against England. I've kept the team the same, apart from I brought Musonda in for a start. I've just noticed we've lost our last 5 games, twice to Spain, twice to Switzerland, and to Poland, which is quite disappointing. Only 1 game won so far this domestic year, so hopefully we can get the win over England today, and that would sort that out. Going to be difficult though. No doubt we're going to come up against potentially some of our players or players that we know. So we've got Butland in goal. Muldoon, I don't know who that is. Rachel Muldoon. Well, that's weird. Swansea right back. Oh, interesting. John Stone's partner's Hart at the back. Gavin Hart of Liverpool. Quite a young, well, not young. Luke Shaw at left back. Ryan Sessegnon is there. Plays left midfield. Will Hughes, Dele Alli, Damari Gray, and Harry Kane and Marcus Rashford up front. Not a bad side, that. On the bench, Manion. Who's that? Will Manion from LA Galaxy. Oh, he's at Hull. Oh, that's weird. Callum Chambers, Patrick Roberts, yeah, Raheem Sterling, Lewis Cook, Reece Oxford, Reece Nelson is there, our boy. Jack Wilshere, Callum Wilson, Harry Maguire, Eric Dyer, and Jordan Pickford. So a largely familiar side, apart from those two regen defenders. Interesting. So players we'll have to keep an eye on, obviously Sessegnon and Gray, pacey wingers, Kane and Rashford, lethal strikers. Hopefully Lukaku can turn up today and bag. I've put a couple of instructions on. I've gone control to utilise the wings a little bit more, keep possession, and to float the crosses in for Lukaku, who's obviously so good with his head. Carrasco puts us 1-0 up. Heavily deflected free kick, but it goes in, hits someone in the wall, flies past the keeper, and Yannick Carrasco puts us 1 up in the 17th minute. That's a good start. Happy days. It's coming forward again. Lukaku to Musonda, to Dendoncker, to Woytens, back to Lukaku, to Dendoncker, to Tielemans, loses out to Hart, and now Rashford has it. Again, another pacey danger man, past him to Kane, and to Ali, and then to Kane, who I thought was offside, and is rightly given offside. Rashford there displaying his turn of pace, electrifying pace. Dendoncker wins that in the air, but it's a bit of head tennis. Woytens to Tielemans, back to Courtois, gets rid of it towards Lukaku. Musonda picks it up, gives it to Tielemans, through to Carrasco, great ball in, Lukaku, 2-0. What a great goal, fantastic. Carrasco having a great first half. Great ball from Tielemans there. Carrasco away from Luke Shaw, and Lukaku at the front post bangs his header past Jack Butland. Hughes in, Dendoncker clears, Rashford on the edge of the box, but Woytens picks it up, aimed towards Lukaku, but Muldoon cleared, and now Musonda gives it to Lukaku again. Back to Dendoncker. That retained possession instruction is being fully utilised here. And it's 3-0! 2 quick fire goals, and Yannick Carrasco gets his second of the day. I think someone slide tackled. Muldoon slide tackled Woytens, and Carrasco picked up on the loose ball past Butland at his near post. And that is fantastic. What a first half this has been. They have a chance here though. Damari Gray running at Lukaku and gets past him. Ball in. Rashford in off someone. That took a deflection, but it's gone down as Rashford's goal. And that's now 3-1. It's goals galore. Rashford off Wouters and past Courtois. Slightly unfortunate, but and it's 3-1 then. Heading into half time, is there going to be one more chance? Hart clears that, Rashford gets in. Now it's Kane, just over the bar. Could have been 3-2 just before half time. That would have been. Oh, and they're on the attack again, but Meunier clears up. Well, hopefully anyway. Denier to Dendoncker to Woytens. What can he do with it? Not got a lot of support. Lukaku, Dendoncker, Woytens again. Lukaku, Dendoncker, Tielemans, Woytens, Tielemans. Through to Lukaku and dinks it over Butland and gets his second of the day. What a beautiful move that was. Another great through ball from Tielemans, which you'll see again here, look. Pops it through, Lukaku, a little dink, and that's 4-1 just before half time. Absolutely thrashing England, which is tough to watch, you know, as an Englishman myself, but I've got quite an affinity with Belgium now in this save. I'm going to get Dendoncroft because he is shattered. I'm also going to get Hazard on for Tielemans. And we're going to get Engels on for Wouters, I think. And you know what? We're going to give Svilar his international debut in goal. And I think that'll do for now. Keep the boys fresh. Wouters especially. He's got a lot of games coming up for Bruges, so I've got to think about that. Good to see that Reece Nelson isn't being used for much of the game by England. Be good to see him come on, obviously, but I don't want him to get tired or injured, or you know. We're going to get Musonda off. We're going to try Bakali out there, I think. Going to try and see every player in the squad if I can. Not sure if it's wholly going to be possible. Wouters is now shattered. But I don't have anyone on to come on for him, so we'll leave it. I kind of want to get Lukaku off as well, but he's on a hat-trick, so I suppose I just have to keep Carrasco and Lukaku on. Sterling's now on. I think I saw Pat Roberts come on, and Lewis Cook is also on. So they've made some attacking changes, and Sterling to Rashford, bang goal, and that's 4-2. So you got Rashford, Lukaku and Carrasco all on hat-tricks for the last 25 minutes. Reece Oxford's just come on for John Stones. Engels clears that. Hughes has it on the edge of the box. Now the aforementioned Oxford. Keeping the ball just outside our area. Will Hughes to Patrick Roberts. Across, but Engels clears. Hazard to Lukaku. Tries to play it out for Carrasco, but doesn't quite get there. Lukunku, Hazard, Carrasco, Lukaku. Oh, and there it is. There it is. 5-2. Right, let's get him off. Let's get Yanis Bukchat on. Another regen. At Leon on loan from Roma. More natural as a defensive forward, but do you know what? He can go on as an advanced forward. Another great bit of play from Carrasco, and another great finish from Lukaku. Carrasco involved in 4 of the 5 goals. Great game for him. A great game for us, full stop. Jack Wilshere is on for England for the last 15 minutes. Is there going to be any more goals in this game? It's been a pretty crazy sort of game. Goals flying in, but I don't think so. Looks like it's going to finish 5-2, and that's the final game of the year for Belgium. Only their second win out of 8 games, and what a win it was in our second game as Belgium manager. Romelu Lukaku hat-trick and 2 for Carrasco. Fantastic. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode then. If you're watching in sequence, then the next episode will be back to Club Bruges. There's a Hugo Chukwu injured. Yeah, Club Bruges. So the next episode will be Lokomotiv Moscow in the Europa League group stage and Anderlecht in the Belgian Cup 7th round. In terms of Belgium, as I said, I'm pretty sure the next game's on until 2013. 2023, sorry. So I'll let you know when the next episode will be for Belgium as soon as I know. So if you've enjoyed that one, slightly different episode to usual, but we have had internationals on this channel already, so if you've enjoyed that and if you're looking forward to Belgium management, then make sure you drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more, and we'll see you again very soon.